Welcome to this live stream. Back to exploring. Back to van life exploring. Can I clip my pack one-handed while I hold the phone with the other? I don't know. Look at my hair being all kind of growing out here. I might actually shave it off once the warm weather gets here. So the desert's probably going to start warming up as it usually does, the Southwest desert, by the end of March. So another month and a half of glorious weather. It's gloriously cloudy today. So that beater is behind some clouds. Not great for solar, but sure great for exploring in the open air. So here I am, starting our exploration at this beautiful tree. And today, I want to hike along this wash. Just a simple wash. It just looks so pristine. I don't want to put my footprints in it. I just want to walk beside it and see where it takes us. Okay, I'll gingerly step across it. Let's go for a nice desert exploration, looking at early spring wildflowers, because they're out already. We are probably going to have what's called a super bloom. We have more rain supposedly coming tonight. And I am exploring outside of the Chocolate Mountains. Those are the Chocolate Mountains here in Slab City. And oh, look at these interesting holes. It looks like a little critter. Whoa. It looks like a little critter has done that. And look at these little wildflowers. They're so pretty. And I love that shade of yellow. I might want to adopt that for my website, that beautiful yellow orange. So here we go, exploring along a wash to see what we can see. I have a very silly exploration song. Hope you enjoy. We're off on an adventure to see what we can see, to see what we can see, to see what we can see. We're off on an adventure to see what we can see. Yes, I am in my glory. I have been working myself to the bone this season here in Slab City and not really getting out for my usual hikes and walks. And my inner being has been screaming at me, saying, please, we want to explore. Myself and I have all been screaming at me. Look at the wash. It's meandering, it's snaking. How cool is that? Oh, I hope that you get therapy out of this beautiful wash walk, as I am. So, this year has been quite busy. I've been pushing myself hard. We humans tend to do. I want to say mainstream America, but I am actually on the fringes of mainstream America, living the van life, living the nomadic life. Okay, so the wash kind of ended there. And, whew. All right, I'm trying to not get lost, yet keep us both entertained here. Me exploring, you watching. So I have set aside busyness to explore the desert. It's going to start to get too hot to be doing this at this time of the day. I love these sandstones. Oh, look at the pattern. That's so pretty. There's just so much to explore when you really take the time to look. I appreciate those of you watching. Please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to help this channel out. Really appreciate you. Here we go. A walking, a wash. A walking, a wash. A walking, a wash. Here we go on this dry desert day. A walking, a wash. Oh, beautiful. There's so much variation in those beautiful yellow flowers. All right, so I've traded busyness for exploring, and I'm really proud of myself today for doing this. This is such therapy. I know I keep saying that. Look at this rock field out here. So this is probably, we've had flooding over these last years and probably for eons before, but in latter floods, I think that the flooding probably pushed these rocks together. They look wondrous. I love rock hounding. But now I only take pictures. I don't collect anymore, unless it's the tiniest of pebbles. I'm going against my rule of not walking in the wash. I'm walking in the wash. That's okay, we have rain coming. It'll probably wash my footprints away. Oh, it's a weak dragonfly. I think it's at the end of its life. Poor little feller. I'm sorry. We all have to go sometime. Oh, my turn will come sometime after yours. Sorry to disturb you. Let's see. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, no, it's not at the end of its life. It just took off. That's fabulous. I mean, it literally landed on its head. I think I must have woken it up. It probably was sleeping in since it's such a cool day. It's only in the 60s today, which is so fantastic. Okay, so here we can see evidence of people coming out here. These tracks, and then they lead to what looks like some type of a garbage. Some garbage left behind, unfortunately. I mean, I suppose I could moan and kvetch about people unloading their trash. It's very unfortunate in our culture and others that people just, well, on the other hand, these tin cans are rusting and going back to the earth, so if they were plastic, they would not be easily going back to the earth. Hey, there's a road that I didn't know was here. Let's walk that. That's fun. So cool. Oh, so wherever you are, I hope that you can get out exploring too. So basically I live and work here in Slab City, and one of the things that I enjoy doing, oh, I almost fell there, not quite, but one of the things I enjoy doing when I go van life camping is wherever I am, I just like to step out and be able to go exploring and see new things and meet new people and have new experiences, get away from the daily grind of the computer, or in my case working on the weekends at Salvation Mountain of which I am very grateful for, but it's still hard work working with the public. I don't want to say dealing, so I have to say my patience was truly tried this weekend. We had a busier than usual weekend, and it was probably more than I could handle. on Sunday, Saturday, I barely, I noticed that I was, how do I put it, getting stressed out. And then on Sunday, internally, I was just way over. I was stressed out. And I was stressing out because we had a few Lulus. There's always, you know, when you have large crowds of people, there's always a small percentage of people that are going to just do whatever they want to do. And it doesn't matter if you nicely present the rules to them. I had a couple of people that were like, literally when I would explain what the rule, I have my spiel at the mountain room. It's welcome to Salvation Mountain. Would you like an audio walking tour brochure? And then I whip out our new brochure with the audio QR code, and they either say yes or no. If they say no, I just usually say like, well, you're welcome to walk up the yellow brick road. Just stay on the yellow for safety. And then some people will just blow past me and ignore me, and it's like, wow. And sometimes when we get attitudes like that, they're still fine. They just didn't want to talk to me, and that's fine. A lot of people don't want to be bothered with anyone when they're coming to a monument, for example. They just want to explore and be left alone. Cool. And then we get those that will blow me off very occasionally. Like 98% of the people, or 99.9% of the people, are amazing that come to the mountain. But then there's that 1% that feel privileged, like they can do whatever they want. Well, since we had gobs and large crowds, like they were just pouring in. People were just lining the shoulder of the road, and people were pouring in. And I was feeling overwhelmed because, of course, I feel like I have to greet everybody, which wasn't physically possible after a while, and I just had to kind of drop in and turn into like light security for the mountain, make sure people weren't climbing the art. Well, we did have some folks climbing the art. So, you know, I walk up to them and just gently explain, okay, please stay on the flat paint, please don't climb the art. And usually they're fine. So, but then we had, to make matters even more challenging, it was the end of my shift yesterday on Sunday. I only work the weekend, so I have 4 days off, 3 days on, and I work 3 of the most busy days, with this weekend being the most intense weekend of all that I've experienced this season. So it was the end of the day, and I was just wiped out. I was so peopled out. I was like, I just want to get away from people. And then these 4 youth were sitting at the picnic table for like an hour, and then they get up and start performing with loud music in front of the mountain. I'm like, what? So I speak quietly. Ooh, I just found a really cool rock I want to show you. I just spoke quietly and patiently to one of them. I said, okay, so you guys aren't supposed to just perform without, you know, getting permission. And so I let them know, and they kept performing. And I was like, wow, this is unbelievable. So I ended up just, you know, I did my best. I let them know you're supposed to, before performing at the mountain, you're supposed to talk to the president and sign a form and yada, yada, yada. Well, I didn't get a chance really to do that. They just blew past me. So this is an example of how over the top some people can be, that they don't care what the rules are. They just want to do what they want to do. And yeah, I do have a problem with that, especially when I'm the one that's supposed to be, you know, yeah. So it just shows you sometimes I don't have control. And it's kind of like this helpless feeling, I guess. But I'm learning so much about people. Like, I'm learning to navigate really challenging personalities, circumstances like that one, and do it with grace. Yeah, I didn't lose it with those people, but behind the scenes I was like, I'm so sick of people. But then after I got plenty of rest, I left the mountain and immediately, you know, de-stressed, soaked in the hot spring, and just did self-care all night. Only did the things that I wanted to do, decompressed, watched a really cool movie, Mysterious Island, it's about these men that escape, these convicts that escape from war in a hot air balloon. They land on a South Pacific island, and yeah, so I got to decompress. But I'm learning so many valuable people skills at Salvation Mountain. It's not easy. It's not easy working with the public, but I am grateful for the job. I still love the job, even though when there's hundreds of people that are showing up at once, it can be really difficult to manage as one person. But I'm learning to do it just the same, and to hold my cool when people just outright rebel and are disrespectful to myself and the mountain. You know, I let them know it's not cool, and you know, they live by the consequences of their decisions. Check out this cool rock. Look at that. That is so beautiful. It's pink with these beautiful concentric curves. I wanted to say concentric rings. No, they're concentric rings. Those are really neat. Life is good. When we make the right decisions, when we make good, wholesome, healthy decisions, life can be so good. Look at this cool tree. And we're following a road. And there's a vehicle that is rusted out and on its back, upside down. So let's have a look at that. Ooh, look at these little tracks. I wonder what that is. If it's a bird, or let's see, it might be a lizard. They might be lizard tracks. And then we've got these dunes, which are super cool. There's just something about being alone in nature that's just magnificent, especially when there are no predators at the top of the food chain out here. Unless there's a mountain lion, then hopefully we can agree to leave each other alone. I certainly would leave it alone. This is interesting. This would be a great camp. It's nice and flat. Well, no, actually it's not perfectly flat, but an abandoned vehicle. Looks like it was some type of SUV that somebody purposely burned out, unfortunately. I don't like that burn culture that goes on here. It's so wasteful. You know, somebody could have kept living out of this, even if it stopped running. But actually what happens is we have brassers, people that collect metal, scrap metal, and well, the brassers are actually technically the ones that go out on the chocolate mountains and harvest things that the bombing range. Oh wow, those are really nice. those, I don't know what those are, tire covers? Sun's starting to poke out. I'm gonna get hot. Yeah, that was a nice vehicle, but it's just so wasteful to do this, in my opinion. It's so sad. So people could collect scrap metal from it, I suppose. It doesn't have to completely go to waste. Well, friends, thank you so much for watching this far. If you're still with me, go ahead and hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons. It really helps the channel. And I appreciate you. And share in the comments what you got out of this exploration today. I'd love to hear from you. Bye for now.